All right, welcome back. It is Friday, and you've probably been invited to a holiday party this weekend. I got 2 invites for this weekend,
wow.
so I'm doing pretty good. But regardless, now is the time to also start brushing up on your holiday etiquette.
Yeah, so joining us this morning to talk about those habits is corporate and personal image consultant Helen Perry. Helen, good morning. Thank you so much for coming back on the show. We appreciate your time always.
My pleasure. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah.
Same
happy
to you.
holidays.
Happy New Year. The New Year is going to be here before you know it.
We know it.
As Haley was talking about, you know, so many folks are going to parties, whether that be personal parties or parties with their colleagues at work. How do we set the stage for this?
Well, you want to always, in general, be other-centered. And maybe think you could hover 20,000 feet above yourself and think, how much fun am I to be with, talk to, work with, be around? So think about how you're coming off. At a holiday party, especially with your colleagues, really limit your alcohol intake. If it's light food, you know, eat a little something before you go so you're not just starving when you get there, but always with alcohol food. Dress appropriately. If it's only for you, don't bring a guest. If it's spouses, bring your spouse. If you're guested, you can bring a guest, but pay attention to that. Come on time.
Yeah.
Don't stay too late. Don't say anything that you wouldn't want said to you.
Oh, come on time, you say. So being fashionably late is considered rude?
If it's a 7 to 10 party and you show up at 8, that's not rude. But you don't want to show up at 9:30.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know, if it's a seated dinner, it's really important to be on time.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And be other-centered. Ask people about their lives, their holidays, their work. Don't be a Mimi. I call it Mimi Narcissus. Emmy, you know. What about me?
Yeah, waiting for
about
somebody
me.
to stop talking.
Enough
So
about me.
yeah.
What do you think of my hair?
I just couldn't wait to start talking again. What about declining a party? So let me paint a picture for you of a predicament that can be kind of hard. Somebody says, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" And you're like, "Oh, no plans." And then they say, "Do you want to come to my party?" And it's actually one that you don't want to go to. What should you do?
Well, that's a strange invitation in the beginning if they say, "What are you doing?" So be on guard for that. But you can always say, "Let me check and get back with you. My plans are not confirmed yet." If you are invited to something and you must decline, and you can say, "Oh, I can't come this time." The words "this time" show that you would like to be considered again. And always be gracious and appreciative of any invitation. If it's to, you know, a doodlebug race, anything.
Of course.
Thank you for thinking of me. I can't make that one. Could we have coffee? And then that lets them know you really would like to be with them. But if you really don't want to be with them, be polite, and they may get the message.
I love all of those because that's also how I'd like somebody to decline to my party too.
Exactly. Helen, what do you do if someone gives you a gift, but you're not planning to get one for them, or you don't have one to give to them?
You're
that
surprised
could be an awkward situation.
by a gift receiving experience. Yeah.
Just say thank you. I'd love to take you to lunch. You can get back with them later. You can deliver a gift later. Just be gracious. The main thing is to be appreciative.
Because people aren't always expecting something in return. Sometimes they just see something and think of you and want to get it.
I don't give gifts that way, and I don't want friends to be scorekeeping that way. It's not gracious to scorekeep. We're all so busy. We may not have gotten the gift together yet, the card, you know, getting it all together. I tell you what, somebody gave me this toffee, and it's dangerous. I should not be left alone in the house with this toffee. Something they put in it. It's amazing.
That sounds great. Okay, so what about this one, though? Somebody gives you a gift, for whatever reason, is it ever okay to re-gift it or return a gift?
It's okay if the person that gave it to you originally is nowhere in sight and doesn't know the person.
Keeping those
It's
circles
still
separate.
in a nice
Yeah.
package. It's still intact. A really good gift represents the giver and the receiver.
Oh, I like that.
You know, for years I would give a group I worked with Good Company pecan pies, and I didn't find out till later that the head person in that department was allergic to nuts. So, you know, pay attention, find out. If nobody ever says anything year after year about the gift, you may want to re-look at what you're giving.
Oh, yeah. If somebody's not saying, oh,
Right.
man, I love those pies. You always
Right.
give us those pies. We love it so much, yeah. All right. Also, do we need to make any changes to the way that we
This is a
tip
good one.
around the holidays? Yeah, this is one that I always get really awkward about. I don't
And
know
I
who do
struggle
we tip
with.
more to around the holidays.
People are getting tip fatigue with those screens that
Yes.
say, you know,
Just automatically having to tip, yeah.
I think it's important to tip the people that take care of us,
Yeah.
our mail carriers, our waste pickup,
Yeah.
hairdressers, nail technicians.
Barber, yeah.
If it's your housekeeper, and she comes or he comes once a week, you should tip 1 day's pay for Christmas
Oh, wow.
at holiday time.
Oh, wow.
That's a good tip. What about we you know, obviously we're so reliant on our mail carriers right now this time of year. What would be an appropriate tip for them?
Something $20 or $30 or under a gift card. They can't accept money. But tutors and teachers that have their own business, you could give them maybe a 1 hour fee or gift card. Teachers in schools love gift cards. You know, they get enough scented candles.
Yeah. Well, it is
advice.
it is awkward, and it is something I think more and more people are struggling with, is this whole tipping process and application. Yesterday I went to my barber and I tipped him well. I always tip well, but I figured, hey, this is my last time seeing him before the holiday.
Yeah.
Here's a few extra dollars. But now you're going to like, Amazon is now asking for a tip, and it's like, what? Why are they? You know, these services that you just would never think. So
Coffee shops, yeah.
coffee, yeah, it's
Where it was
tough.
just
Across the counter service.
Yes.
If they only handed you a cup of coffee, I don't think a tip is in order. Maybe during the holidays. You know, I really like to tip stackers in the grocery store that walk you out, or even if they're just stacking. That is a high stress job. I like to tip the cashiers because they never get tipped, and that is a really hard job. They're on their feet all day. I love to tip servers unexpectedly, you know, that are working hard.
What about you, since you brought up the hairstylist? Okay, I know we're going on too long, but the women who see their hairstylist frequently, but like, I'm not seeing mine until January next.
Oh, that's a
so
good point.
do I still
That's
bring
fine.
her a gift in January?
Sure. I would double a tip, and usually 15 to 20%
Oh, that's
of the
that's smart.
service.
I just want to go back. I don't believe it was on Amazon that I was saying that, but these sites, you know, you're being asked to offer a tip, not
Yeah.
Amazon specifically, but it's just odd to
Yeah.
me.
Uber Eats wants you to tip before you receive the service now.
Yeah.
I know, her eyes.
I know.
I feel you.
I believe last time you came on the show, Helen, this is what we talked about, was all tipping and how frustrating it's really becoming. Yeah.
It's a 7% decline right now. People have tip fatigue. Other
believe it.
countries don't tip like the United States.
Yeah. Yeah. All good points, suggestions. We appreciate your time. Hopefully we can have another conversation after the holiday season on see how things
Yeah.
go.
Helen Perry, thank you for
Just-
joining us.
Just be kind.
Yeah,
Just
be nice, right?
You're
Be sweet,
so
be
right.
kind.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for
Thank
your time
you.
this morning.